reason is like a map that says real reason is in the north, which is white.
Now we got a revolution, 'cause I see.
Fred Wilson's piece, 1,000 Points of Light, created in 2009, is an illuminated globe made of plastic and metal coated in enamel paint. The piece interrogates whiteness through the European notions of what is considered art and dismantles the Western geography of reason by discarding and reconstructing the widespread traditional visual of the globe and the Eurocentric histories that are attached to it. This is done with the use of light and darkness as well as electricity and illuminated color. 1,000 Points of Light is one piece in a large collection of Fred Wilson's African diasporic conceptual art. This type of conceptual art stands with work done by artists such as David Hammond and Yike Shonobare, as well as philosophers including Lewis Gordon, who you heard earlier, that shake up the hegemonic understanding of the world. Created in 2009, the title 1,000 Points of Light is contextualized by President George Bush's speech on the United States being filled with bright communities like 1,000 points of light and the duty that they possess to improve the world.
We'll go to the people and the programs that are the brighter points of light and all that. The old ideas are new again because they're not old. They are timeless. Duty, sacrifice, commitment, and a patriotism that finds its expression in taking part and pitching in.
This speech, given in 1989, helped lay the groundwork for defunding and rolling back government programs that had been created to provide aid, thus renewing a do-it-yourself ideology that whiteness relies on. The use of this title, which is also the name of Bush's volunteer organization, deconstructs the institution of the church and the constructs of race by taking the stories reproduced by Bush about manifest destiny and the white man's burden and juxtaposing them against the emanating light and knowledge coming from Africa, the very place and people whiteness fetishizes. The African continent being the central point of the globe and 1,000 Points of Light helps shift our geography of reason to Africa being the basis for the academic institutions of the West that claim to produce knowledge and be the purveyor of truth and morality. Wilson's globe's brightest point correlates to a place that is known as the Mountains of the Moon, which is considered to be the origins of the people that traveled north, down the Nile River, to create the great ancient civilization of Kemet. This point, being the brightest light, paired with the illuminated blurred coloring, challenges the institution of academia, the Western understanding of where civilization began, and with it the birth of knowledge, technology, and art. Making the entire globe dark or absent of light signifies how Western geography of reason is built on the binary contrast of dark and light. Whiteness requires blackness to exist, just as lightness requires darkness. In 1,000 Points of Light, taking away the light from the region of Europe and allowing blackness to engulf the area exposes the requirement of blackness to produce whiteness. By spreading the same tones of red and orange all over the planet, the piece dismantles race as the biological determinist notion of categorizing people based on color within geographic lines. Ignoring national boundaries and using the same reds and oranges all over the globe shifts our geography of reason to understanding people as inherently connected.
When we shift the geography of reason and we shift the geography of value, we have a new question. It's not only do we now create new ways of thinking, new ways of organizing ideas, new institutions that are indigenous to our social realities, but it means we must also value those who produce it.
Recreating the illustration of a globe with darkness as the basis and points of light creating the outline and filling in the African continent, the piece flips the light-dark binary by literally reconstructing how the viewer looks at the world and shifting our shared conceptual maps to understand Africa as being the emanator of light.